Come to my house, pass you eat and you drink. Go to money where you can say that for me. What did they say? And they got nothing to do with the life. Be everything that what we do. No just pass the better we can keep your we not think glass. How they can believe it? Yoko. Get on the floor, tell them what we do. Everything is something that we produce. Get all day, make sure don't go to jail. But let the money spend, we let the music play. Soon as they pray, when chicken say, Yoko, it's all constant. Foxing. There are crowds in many places, in every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime unfolded, don't take law in your hands for the real authority. Really can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human target, and I mean you cheche, do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You my part to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Are you in search of a place you can get quality petroleum products? Well, I got news for you. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated is the company to meet all your petroleum needs. We are one of Liberia's leading importers and distributor of petroleum products on the Liberian market. We are fully capacitated to deliver your petroleum and diesel products anywhere in Liberia. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated, we do rental of dump trucks, tanker trucks, heavy equipment, D8, front loader, excavator. Our clearing and forwarding agency is fast, reliable, and can deliver your goods on time. Mayoba and Sons have improved the quality of reconstituted distributions and importation by financial institutions empowerment. Our head offices are located at the Garnersville Town Hall Junction on Barnesville Road and Freeport Sigma Compound on the Bushra Island. For more information, call us on cell numbers 0886 512 379, 0777 512 379, or 0777 255 030, or email us Mayoba, MAYOUBAHS @yahoo.com, or visit our website www.mayobaliberia.com. Our mission is to keep petroleum on the Liberian market stable, effective, and efficient. Our vision is that our presence be felt in the 15 counties with outstanding commitment. Mayoba and Sons, Liberia's pride.
Rabbi, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Grove Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Exactly. When you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, so go into 24. Put it to each key. Bila living sense in her.
When chicken say, it's so gossip.
Let me say a pleasant good morning to the peace-loving people of Liberia. Welcome to another presentation of the Pre-News, brought to you through the kind courtesy of Mayoba and Sons Incorporated, Crime Stoppers Liberia, and Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Old Road Smart Road Junction. My name is Wendell Nimna, welcoming you to the Thursday edition of the program from the Pre-News. And this morning, we're going to be sharing with you the online version of Front Page Africa newspaper. And hopefully, we'll also bring you the online version of Daily Observer. So those of you watching, those of you listening, good morning and welcome. And let's begin now with stories on the online version of the Front Page Africa newspaper. And let's get to our first story. It says Liberia loses revenue as illegal goods entry thrives. Rampant under declaration and tax invasion plague border trade. Liberia is hanging hundreds of thousands of United States dollars in revenue due to rampant illegal entry of goods and commodities alongside deliberate under declaration and underpayment of taxes and surcharges at various borders across the country. Front Page Africa attention was recently drawn to trucks that crossed from neighboring Sierra Leone into Liberia with 81,000 cartons of soap and other consignment, According to a source at the Bull Waterside, that one just one of the many trips that truck had made to Liberia with goods to be sold on Liberian market without going through the necessary compliance check with customs. The truck with license registration number RC 4235U reportedly entered the country through the Bull Waterside border, carrying 8,100 cartons of soap. And according to a source assigned at the border, the declared cost insurance rate was US 3.3 per carton, resulting in a payment of only US 2,325, whereas they were supposed to pay US 37,000 as a surcharge before custom duty and GST. The goods came in on February 3, and the name of the consigning is Trawale Enterprise, which our source said does not exist. The soap, according to the source, is now being distributed by A to Z Enterprise. Front Page Africa gathered that there have been several goods, including frozen food and flour, that come through the Bull Waterside border and are often underdeclared, thereby evading taxes and other fees. This, according to some local importers, is creating an unfair business atmosphere as they, as legal importers, have to compete with unscrupulous business people who cut corners to have their goods on the Liberian market without paying the requisite taxes. Front Page Africa received reports that the recent goods from Bull Waterside were already on the local market. The Liberian Revenue Authority told Front Page Africa that customs authorities have impounded 2 trucks containing imported goods from Sierra Leone at the Bull Waterside border office in Grand Cape County. The trucks were initially cleared by customs officer assigned at the border based on official instrument issued in March 2023. However, it was later realized that the instrument relied upon by the importer had been revoked by the LRA authority. The consignment is currently undergoing compliance review by customs to determine any additional duties and taxes in accordance with law. In a recent discussion with Front Page Africa, the newly appointed managing director of the National Port Authority, Mr. Sekou Dukle, highlighted the unprecedentedly high cost of shipping containers to Liberia, posing a significant challenge for Liberians intending to relocate or engage in business endeavors. Dukle, drawing from personal experiences, empathized with the hurdles and complexities encountered at the National Port Authority, reflecting on his own endeavors in shipping personal belongings, including his car and furniture. He emphasized that daunting task of clearing items from the port, underscoring the stress associated with the process. The average expense for Liberians transporting containers from various international locations, such as the United States and China, ranges from US 2,000 to 15,000. Analysts attribute these exorbitant costs to persistent obstacles hindering trade, with transportation expenses being a prominent factor. And we leave the story right there and take more stories on the online version of the Front Page Africa newspaper. Liberia loses revenue as illegal goods entry thrives rampant on the Declaration of Tax Evasion plague border trade. Let's jump to more stories. Let's take more stories here on the Front Page Africa online version. And another story here says, okay, hey man, the internet. Don't give me a hard time, yo. All right, let's see. Another story says, Liberia, Lothians dominate President Bouaca's appointments despite his pledge to form a government of no predominance of persons from a particular county. Banga Bone County, since coming to power on January 22nd, there are clear indications that those with vested interests have continued to play dominant roles in determining who gets what in the administration of President Joseph Bouaca. The presidency has been inundated with intense lobbying from strategic positions as the ruling Unity Party affiliating political parties and Bouaca's close political allies battle for the spoils of victory. The allegation is that the administration is high on politics. The priority to settle cronies is very high. Front Page Africa has been informed that a new set of cable made up of the son of the president, Joseph Bouaca Jr., alias Jojo, and few of his close friends who were actively behind his father's electioneering campaign are said to be remotely controlling key appointments in government. An assessment of the president's appointments so far indicates that there has been no clear departure from the old order, where a system that promotes the president's county of nativity has been taken into serious consideration. The appointments made so far have favored Lofa County, where the president comes from. These appointed areas where Lothians have been appointed include the mayor of Monrovia, the chief of staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia, the Minister of Internal Affairs designate, Ministry of Youth and Sports, Legis, Deputy Minister of Public Works, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, the head of the Liberia Revenue Authority, the Minister of Education, Deputy Minister for Administration, General Services Agency, Assistant Minister for Special Services, Minister of States without portfolio, Managing Director, Liberia Telecommunications Corporation, Director and General Corporation Development Agency. It means 15 out of the 39 appointed first sets of government officials come from Lofa County. On the other hand, Bone County has been allocated 3 ministers. Bombing County has been rewarded with 2, as well as Grand Bassa. Nema County has 2 appointed cabinet officials. Sino County has 1, while Cape Mount County has been awarded 1 cabinet minister. Southeastern Liberia, which comprises of 6 counties, including Grand Jide, Sino, Maryland, Grand Cru, River G, and Riverside, has received only 1 ministerial position. Based on the above, Bouaca had promised to prevent the dominance by any sectional group, be it ethnic, geographic, or religious, in the country's political governance. I will ensure that every county has its fair share of cabinet minister when I'm elected president, Bouaca said during a campaign rally in Bone County. President Bouaca added that the composition of the government and the conduct of its affairs shall be carried out in such a manner as to promote national unity and also to commend national loyalty, thereby ensuring that there shall be no predominance of persons from a few county or from a few ethnic or other sectional groups in my government. The development has generated mixed reactions from Liberians and groups across the country. Some days ago, the executive director of the Bone Concerned Youth Movement and an opinion leader in Bone County said President Bouaca's appointment of Francis Yumalin as Minister of Internal Affairs appears that he is pushing an unseemly pro-ethnic agenda that the previous administration of President George Weah told a visionless, divisive path in the overwhelming tribalistic appointments. It shall never excuse this cause that fundamental disgrades the legitimate dream of a new, progressive, inclusive country. I earned the right to speak truth to power because President Bouaka is somebody that I, Alex Flomo, respect with the greatest respect. I strongly feel he is treading on a dangerous path and must be checkmated. Similarly, the head of the Bong intellectual class, Willem Dolos, some days ago condemned appointments made so far by Bouaka, noting that they are lopsided and favor mainly Lothians. He advised the president to ensure balance in the coming appointments. And we leave it right there and take more stories from the online version of the front page Africa newspaper. And let's read this story. And it says, Senator Sir Joseph rushed to hospital after being rescued from home fire. Senator Sir Hardin Joseph was swiftly transported to the St. Joseph Cali Hospital following a harrowing ordeal when his residence in Congo Town became engulfed in flames in the early hours of Thursday morning. Eyewitnesses speaking to Spoon FM TV shortly after the incident recounted that the fire erupted around midnight, presumably triggered by the activation of LEC power. Upon arrival at the scene, they found the entire house ablaze, with Senator Joseph and other occupants trapped inside. I woke up around 1 this morning, hearing people shouting, "Fire! Fire!" said Samuel Henrys, one of the rescuers. When we arrived, we could hear cries for help coming from inside the house. We had to remove the window bars to rescue the senator and the others. He was rushed to the St. Joseph Cali Hospital where he is responding to treatment. A police officer identified as McCarthy affirmed Henry's narrative, stating that Senator Joseph was extracted from the inferno in the distressed state and was immediately transported to St. Joseph Cali Hospital, where he is currently receiving medical attention. However, amidst the chaos of fire, the Liberia Fire Services response was notably absent until the property had been completely consumed by flames. It remains unclear whether the fire service was alerted to the incident. However, as Senator Joseph's residents succumbed to the blaze, local residents and neighbors rallied to prevent aid spread to nearby homes. And we leave the story right there and take more stories on the online version of the front page Africa newspaper. So let's run to more stories. Let's run to more stories and let's take our next story. This one, it says Liberia, right? Liberia newly confirmed revenue chief not taking office until end of February due to existing contract with Carter Center. Mr. Dobajala has announced that he will delay assuming his new role as Commissioner General of the Liberia Revenue Authority until March 1, 2024. This delay, he says, is not due to any reluctance on his part, but rather to fulfill his existing obligations. Mr. Jala explained that following his confirmation by the Senate, he provided a 1-month notice of resignation to his current employer, the Carter Center, effective March 1, 2024. I will take over at the LRA on March 1, 2024. Being in a senior level position at my current employer, I could not just wake up and leave. This is best practice and is in conformity with the policy of the organization, said Mr. Jala. Prior to this appointment, Mr. Jala served as the head of the Public Procurement and Concession Commission of Liberia. The confirmation of government nominees by the Liberian Senate is in accordance with Article 54 of the 1986 Liberian Constitution, which empowers the president to nominate and, with the consent of the Senate, appoint various officials. Since Mr. Jala's appointment, there have been criticisms regarding a perceived violation of the act creating the LRA. Some have argued that despite his academic qualifications, he may not possess the requisite qualifications specified by the Act. Section 19 of the Act establishing the LRA mandates that the President nominate, with the Senate's consent, a Commissioner General and 2 deputies who must possess advanced or professional qualification in finance, accounting, economics, public policy, administration, taxation, management law, or other disciplines related to tax administration. Despite these concerns and criticisms, some civil society groups, including the Progressive Liberians Network for Development, have commended President Joseph Boakai for nominating James Double Jala to the Liberia Revenue Authority. In a statement, the executive director of the Progressive Liberians Network for Development, Mervyn Slaw Doe, asserted that Mr. Jala's confirmation will serve as a beacon of hope for enhancing revenue generation. According to the group, Mr. Jala's years of experience in both the private and public sectors add value to President Boakai's vision for his team, aimed at transforming human livelihoods and enhancing national development. And we'll leave it right there and take more stories here on the front page. That's the online version of the front page Africa newspaper. And we get to more stories. Let's take another story here. And we see here this story about the Public Works Minister designate dismay over authorities' failure to remit National Road Fund into consolidated account. Public Works Minister designate Roland Giddings has alarmed over the insincere usage of monies intended for the construction and rehabilitation of roads across the country under the National Road Fund, mismanaging remittances and depriving Liberia and its citizens from benefiting. It can be recalled that in 2016, a NRF Act was passed by the National Legislature and signed into law by former Liberian President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf for the collection of US 1 million, that's US 1 from a gallon of petroleum products sold in the country. Speaking when he appeared before confirmation before the Senate Committee on Public Works on Wednesday, February 7, Mr. Giddings, who is one of those behind the formation of the NRF, disclosed that the fund was exclusively established for the maintenance and rehabilitation of roads in Liberia. But according to him, portions of the monies collected by the fund have been diverted by the government through the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning. Report has shown that the remittance is between 45 to 93% from the Ministry of Finance and the Liberia Revenue Authority to the road fund. That means, as a country, we have not been sincere to ourselves. The road fund is established exclusively for road maintenance and rehabilitation, and I think we should do that. Speaking further, Mr. Giddings observed that ambiguity is separate laws for the management of proceeds generated from the road fund has deprived Liberia and its citizens from adequately benefiting from the fund. He made specific reference to the 2009 Public Financial Management and the 2016 National Road Fund laws of Liberia. He observed that though the road fund remains key to Liberia's development agenda, by raising domestic revenue to support infrastructural development, it has not been beneficiary to the citizenry. Mr. Giddings pointed out that Section 243 of the National Road Fund Act, which mandates the authority approved by the government to collect user charges to transfer the fund to the account defined in the law, runs contrary to the PFM law of 2009, which, among other things, calls for all government revenues to be deposited into the consolidated account at the Central Bank of Liberia. This ambiguity has led to the loss of the road fund and revenue that should have been remitted directly to the escrow. This is just one ambiguity in the law that we need to correct to ensure transparency and accountability in the administration of the fund. I believe that the Road Fund Act should be revisited, especially for the movement of funds were generated into the escrow account as established by law. He averred that the NRF has been operationalized by using just a single source, the road user charge on petrol. He said the other areas, including charges for vehicle registration, driver licenses, foreign vehicles entry, levy, fees, and charges for vehicle users on the roads are not being collected. And we take more stories, too many interesting stories to share with you this morning. Let's get to another one here. And let's see this story, what it says. All right. President Bouaka orders GSC to audit EPS and the central bank and NSA. Oh. President Joseph Nima Bouaka has directed the General Auditing Commission to conduct a comprehensive audit of 3 key government institutions, including the Central Bank of Liberia, the National Security Agency, and the Executive Protection Service. President Bouaka, in a communication to the Auditor General of the GSC, requests that the audit covers the period between 2018 and 2023, and that its findings be reported in 3 months. That audit period spans the 6-year stewardship of the Weah-led government, which President Bouaka promised to audit as president. The audit of the 3 institutions marks the beginning of his holistic audit of government ministries and agencies, in keeping with the president's commitment to fighting corruption, as well as ensuring transparency and accountability in the governance of the country. President Bouaka had different public engagements, most notably the campaign period, the inaugural address, and the annual message, committed and recommitted to ensuring that a comprehensive audit of the previous government is done. During his annual message, President Bouaka announced that what his predecessor reported on the state of the country's financial standing at the CBL was far from reality based on documentary records, and re-emphasized the need to audit the CBL and other agencies. The net international reserves position reported at the end of the December 2023 was $220 million. The report of US $40 million as the GOL's consolidated account balance as at January 19, 2024 is not supported by the fact the balance reported by the CBL as of the same date was $20.5 million, highly inaccurate, not US $40 million. President Bouaka announced during the annual message. He furthered that, to this end, we re-emphasize our earlier commitment to audit and ensure that regular audits will be a culture across all branches of government, not only the executive. It will also be the first time in years that the EPS and NSA, 2 security entities that receive budgetary allocations, are being audited. And so, folks, that's it. The President of the Republic of Liberia has instructed the General Auditing Commission to audit 3 government entities: the CBL, the EPS, and the National Security Agency. All right. And another story here says, right, this has to do with appointments in government. Let's see. Right. I'm trying to get to this story. Oh man, the internet. It's kind of crazy. Okay, let's see what the story says here. Let's move to it. Let's see what it says. All right, let's get to the story. President Bouakai appoints Eugene Fagon as LBS Director General. Mo Ali takes on LWSC, among other appointments. President Joseph Boakai has nominated Eugene L. Fagon as Director General of the Liberia Broadcasting System. Fagon, former Deputy Minister of Information under the Weah government, defected from his party, the Coalition for Democratic Change, after he was sacked by then President Weah. He threw his support to the Unity Party and became a staunch supporter of the Boakai during the 2023 presidential elections. Others included in President Boakai's latest wave of appointment include Mr. Mohammed Mo Ali, Managing Director, Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation, LWSC, Mr. Jacob Smith, Deputy for Administration, Liberia Petroleum Refining Company, LPRC, Stephen Johnson, Deputy for Administration, Liberia Civil Aviation Authority, LCAA, Julius K. Selly, Executive Director, Liberia Agency for Community Empowerment, LACE, Anthony V. Kessley, Deputy Minister for Public Affairs, Daniel Sando, Deputy Minister for Technical Services, Ministry of Information, Culture Affairs and Tourism, MICAT, Masa Sobor, Assistant Minister for Human Resources, Ministry of State, Sa Joning, Senior Economic Advisor, Ministry of State. According to the release signed by Presidential Press Secretary Kula Fofana, also nominated at Montserrat District Number 4 Representative Ms. Rosalind Swakoko Dennis was nominated President and Chief Executive Officer of National Oil Company, NOCAL, Charles Isneta, Ambassador at Large, Ministry of State, Mr. Emmanuel Azango, First Vice President, Finance and Investment, NOCAL, Anthony George Kesa, Assistant Minister for Public Affairs, Ministry of State, Mr. Doug Cooper, Inspector General, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Ambassador George Wallace, Advisor in Foreign Affairs, Ministry of State, Mrs. Louis Tamba, Business Manager, Ministry of State, Councilor Buchu Ben Keita, Legal Advisor, Ministry of State. And all these nominations, where applicable, are subject to confirmation by the Liberian Senate. And we can take a few more stories. Maybe one or two more stories. Then we take our break and take talking points. All right, let's take this story. It says here, 14-year-old shoots friend with a drunk soldier's gun. Wow. Painesville City, a 14-year-old boy identified as Brian Beer allegedly shot his 15-year-old friend Dolo Tage, nicknamed Baby D, using a firearm belonging to a soldier named Abraham Dolo of the Armed Forces of Liberia, who was intoxicated. The victim, currently undergoing treatment at the ELW hospital in Painesville, was shot in the shoulder. Tage, while at the hospital, confirmed to family members that it was his friend who shot him, not the AFS soldier. Police at Zone 8 are investigating the incident, with Beer currently detained at the Crime Services Department station. The alleged owner of the firearm, Soldier Dolo, stated to police sources that he was not responsible for the shooting, but admitted to being intoxicated at the time of the incident. According to sources, Soyodolo is undergoing investigation by the military police at the Edward B. N. Castle military barracks. He has been transferred to the Zone 8 depot for further questioning regarding the incident. In his statement at the Zone 8 base, Soyodolo admitted to being drunk and leaving his firearm unattended while using the restroom. He claimed to have heard the gunshot from upstairs, where he and his friend were drinking. Brian's mother, Cecilia Beer, contradicted the assertions of Soyodolo and Tagi. She stated that her son did not shoot anyone. According to her, on February 6, her son's 14th birthday, both boys were at her entertainment center where they were drinking. She explained that the Soyodolo, a friend of her son's, had visited and left his firearm rounds in her possession. Brian recounted to investigators that when Soyodolo returned, he did not see Brian's mother downstairs. Brian stated that Soyodolo asked him for his mother, and upon finding her upstairs, she handed him the rounds. Brian confirmed being present with Soyodolo loaded his firearm. Brian claimed that he heard the gunshot while on his phone downstairs and ran upstairs, where he found his friend injured. Soyodolo admitted to receiving the rounds from Brian's mother, but denied charging the weapon. He stated that he left the weapon on the table while using the restroom. He alleged that Brian took the weapon and shot his friend before fleeing the scene. Hey, man, are you a trained soldier, man, will leave your weapon on the table and you say you're going to use the restroom? Damn it, that's your negligence. Such a soldier should be dismissed. You are not qualified to be a soldier, man. To leave your weapon and you go on the table, on the drinking table, and go to use the restroom. No soldier, no trained soldier will want to do that. What? How you will leave your weapon on the table, on the drinking table, and you say you left your weapon to go use the restroom? No, you can't be serious. You can't be serious, man, Dolo. You can't be serious. That's your negligence, and you must face in the full weight of the law. Please let the law take its course. I think, folks, those are all the stories we can share with you this morning from the online version of the Front Page Africa newspaper. I think we have Gus with us. So let me bring in Gus, greet the audience, then we can take our break. Gus, good morning and welcome. Okay, Gus is not ready yet, so let's go and take our break, and then we'll be right back. I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
When you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, so going to plenty, but put in total Ichiki.
Are you in search of a place you can get quality petroleum products? Well, I got news for you. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated is the company to meet all your petroleum needs. We are one of Liberia's leading importers and distributor of petroleum products on the Liberian market. We are fully capacitated to deliver your petroleum and diesel products anywhere in Liberia. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated, we do rental of dump trucks, tanker trucks, heavy equipment, D8, front loader, excavator. Our clearing and forwarding agency is fast, reliable, and can deliver your goods on time. Mayoba and Sons have improved the quality of reconstituted distributions and importation by financial institutions empowerment. Our head offices are located at the Garnersville Town Hall Junction on Barnesville Road and Freeport Sigma Compound on the Bourgeois Island. For more information, call us on cell numbers 0886 512 379, 0777 512 379, or 0777 255 030, or email us Mayoba, MAYOUBAHS @yahoo.com, or visit our website www.mayobaliberia.com. Our mission is to keep petroleum on the Liberian market stable, effective, and efficient. Our vision is that our presence be felt in the 15 counties with outstanding commitment. Mayoba and Sons, Liberia's pride.
Shabba musical. There are crowds in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime and report it, don't take law in your hand, call the right authority. They can't take your law in. Crime stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see you must target, enemy you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
They're keeping us safe and stopping crimes for all of us. All right, Crime Stoppers Liberia is one of Liberia leading crime stoppers, and they are there to stop crimes in the community and the country. So, folks, we want to welcome you back to the pre-news, and we have some important information to share with you this morning. All right. I don't know what our man Gauze has said and read it. Gauze, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, because I invited you first. I couldn't get you.
Well, I was trying to get my phone situated, but that's fine.
All right. So let's give it a time to greet the audience, and let's hear from you.
Good morning. It's Gus Korma. Glad to be here. What happened yesterday? I kind of didn't get an invitation. I know you had guests.
Yeah, my man. I know you only have the time because we were already discussing God matters. So I said, man, let me sleep.
Oh, whatever.
So I didn't bother you.
Well, you should have let me know the night before, but that's okay. Long story short, yeah, glad to be here. Appointments in the government. Actually, I'm kind of somewhat lukewarm about. I mean, I'm glad some of these young people that were educated by Madame Saliv have gotten the opportunity to lead. My only concern is why aren't some of them in full leadership, you're still giving them deputy minister. I think a guy like Stephen should be a minister proper instead of a deputy. Because my thing is, give them the opportunity. If they don't perform, then you sack them. But I mean, these guys cannot be mid 40s and you're still making them deputy ministers and bringing old people that have had opportunities in Liberia as minister proper. So I still have a problem with that. In position on out of position, I still believe young people, especially in their 30s and 40s, should have the greatest opportunity with fresh ideas to be able to change our country. I don't think we should always give ministerial position, especially minister proper, to 60-year-old men and women. When all around the world, those people are usually getting off the stage for retirement. So that's just some of my beef there. The issue with Lofians, I know I'm from Lofa, but I always laugh at this sometimes because Lofa is a big county. Let's be honest. I mean, we have what, like 6 tribes or so from Lofa alone. It's not like the Southeast you have Crew people. Maybe you get the Crown people, but that's gonna be if you go to Grand Julia, that's where you're gonna get Crown people. You go to Nimba, you get Gio and Mano. Now you got most Mandingo maybe a little bit, but Mandingo predominantly probably in Lofa than anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, when people say some of these things, I really sit back and think about it. People nominated, was it basically all Lomans? Was it all Bandi? Was it all Mende? And I can go down the line. So people need to be very careful about that. I think it just breeds unnecessary issues that we shouldn't even be getting ourselves into. There was another the soldier man. First of all, here's my problem with the armed forces of Liberia. There's no reason why any personnel should be leaving base with weapon, let alone weapon that is charged. You know what I'm saying? When you leave the barracks, you're supposed to leave your guns. I don't know what the orders is now that they're allowed to carry guns in the streets. But I know in the American military, you don't leave your barracks with guns. We don't. The only time there is gun, the gun is in the barracks, or when you're on duty, like say in another country in a war zone or whatever they call it. Yeah, you carry weapons, but I don't know why military people are carrying live weapons around in Monrovia or Liberia. There is no need for it. And I think that was it. I don't know. Was there anything else I missed? But what's your topic? Pick your topic and then we'll discuss.
Thank you very much. Yesterday, we got a call from the executive mansion that a lady identified as Fanta Koluba, who I'm told is a sister to Representative Yeke Koluba. That I will have to verify. But I'm told she used to be part of the CDC. And she and one Porter used to be at the Ministry of State. I'm told she and Porter has a misunderstanding that, led to her parting ways with the Ministry of State. And then she somersaulted in the camp of the Unity Party. And so when Bwaka won the election, she was one of those that they brought back at the Ministry of State. But before that, the current Minister of State, Grisby, and the folks from the Civil Service Agency went there and told the folks that were already there that, look, we have not come to take people out of their jobs. We have not come to witch hunt people. We are here to do the job. So what are you from CDC? What are you from that party? What are you from that other party? This country is for all of us, Liberians. So nobody should feel threatened or intimidated that we are coming here to take you from job. No. It is not our intention. But this lady, I'm told, Fanta, when she was brought back, she's now going after every sedition at the Ministry of State, most especially the folks that are doing the cleaning up of the mansion. She told every one of them to leave the mansion yard and sit outside. Only folks from the Unity Party should be in the building itself. So as we speak, the people are complaining when they go there in the morning, they do their jobs. She told them they are not to sit around in the building. They should go and find somewhere in the yard to sit. This is what I'm told this Fanta Koluba is doing to the folks.
She's lucky, President. We have to have a mansion for her to be at.
You know, and I'm told she used to be a serious sedition. But because she and this guy, I think you know one Emmanuel Porter that used to be at the Ministry of State. She and Porter, according to the information, they had some misunderstanding. And she got so pissed, she left. And they didn't see her back at the ministry until after the election. She resurrected at the mansion. And that's what she's doing now. She's telling people, most especially the seditions, they should get out. Only Unity Party people should be in the mansion. So you see, this is what is unfolding there. I'm told she's a sister to Yeke Koluba, but I will have to verify that other information because her last name is Koluba. And the person, my source, is telling me that she's a sister to Yeke. So Fanta, I don't know what's your plan? Why are you going after seditions? Why are you going after them? What is that bitterness in your heart that you are going after seditions? You are taken there to do a piece of job. Do your job and forget about the other people. You don't have the hiring and firing authority. So why are you threatening people? Why are you threatening people? Those of you at the executive mansion listening to us, you can call in disguise. You don't have to call your name, but just call and verify this information. And I'm also told that at the Ministry of Commerce, the current minister have stopped the issuance of RPD. The very RPD business I come by in the picture. Because the deputy minister, there is no deputy minister that has been appointed to that position that's supposed to be signatory to the IPD. And the assistant minister for trade and commerce also supposed to affix his signature to that IPD, and the director for foreign trade at the Ministry of Commerce should also affix their signature. But the thing is, yeah, he's the minister. He has stopped the issuance of IPD. So what becomes of those business people? The business people who wants to bring in their goods? Because the president have not appointed a minister that's supposed to sign that document yet. But there are people that's supposed to proxy for them. He's tapping those people not to sign the IPD. So the business people now, they are left in limbo. How are they going to get their goods out of the port? This is where we are at the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Amin Modal have instructed the folks there to put a halt to the issuance of RPD. So that's our talking points this morning. The executive mansion issue with Fanta Koluba and the issue at the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, where Amin Modal has put a stop to the issuance of RPD. So, guys, let's get your take, and then we can move forward.
Well, with the Fanta situation, the first thing I would do if I was any of those citizens that's been affected by her, they need to, don't CSA has some kind of a standing grievance procedure or protocol? I would say some of those people need to do that and make it open. If that's just what's happening, they need to be out there and making it public. I know the president will not accept such a behavior. I think it's, first of all, you're talking about these are low-level positions. For it to be so partisan it's actually pretty stupid of anybody. You know, these are people that are claiming, people that are, these are people that are making policy decisions, and you are becoming so partisan over them. I mean, it doesn't sound really well for a government starting up or shaping up. So I'm not happy about that. And if we find out more, we'll put that person on blast. I don't think she'll have a job. Trust me. We know enough people in this government. Like, we are small, and this is what I tell everyone. You can be opposition or opposition. When the next group comes, the same people. Because you all grew up together. You all family together. This is what happens when we have a small country. We don't have Nigeria where you have 200 and something million people. I mean, what's Liberia? Are we even 5 million? So
But even at that, Gus, I mean, she shouldn't transfer her aggression on the other people
but
because
that's what I'm saying.
because she and Porter had issue in the past, so she left and got so vexed about it. She went and joined the Unity Party, and Waka brought her back to the mansion, and now she's going after seditions. You see,
Right.
it's wrong.
It is wrong, and this is why we have to stop those things. And the only way we stop those things by shaming people like her. And that's basically what we're doing today. We're trying to shame her from those kind of acts, So I mean, if anybody in that area that have been disenfranchised by this lady, please let us know, because we'll definitely put her out on the wire and let other people know within that government that they have people that are trying to ruin their own government, and such a person like her should not be close to leadership at all, because she's very uncomfortable, incapable of being an impartial leader, and we need to remove some of those people out of the public space, period. So I agree with you on that. And then the Ami Moda situation, I will try to reach out to Ami and see what's going on there. Because I don't think I don't know what the protocol is over there, where who gets to do what and whatnot. But I think with everything that you said, with IPD, I think Ami is going to do everything they can to try to make sure they get money. They have to generate money for the government. I don't think they're just going to go in there and not generate funding for this government, or else they will not function. So I'll have to really reach out to Ami and see what's going on over there. But it's a good discussion to have. Maybe people are there that are aware. Maybe business people can call her and talk to us about it. But thank you.
You read about that, because the president have not yet appointed people or nominated people to the position of deputy minister for trade and commerce, assistant minister for trade and commerce. And these are people who are to be signatory to the IPD. They are not being appointed yet. So what becomes of the business people? Are they going to be waiting when their goods, stock up at the port? Because if they continue to wait, it means that the goods is going to accumulate storage. So where do they get extra money from to clear their goods when Ami Moda has put a stop to the issuance of IPD? So I think this is violation on the rights of the business people.
Well, the only problem is too, though, if you were the managing director or whatever, you just came in and there was nobody appointed, are you going to just allow anybody to just be able to do those things? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think we really need to get more answers from Mr. Moda. And I think this is one thing we do more and more of, is we send them we send information and ask for information. If they don't give it to us, then we can go further and
but the thing is, Coleman, the thing is, the only those who got affected from those ministries were people who were appointed by the presidential appointees. And immediately when the president issued the executive order all of them were, temporarily dismissed. So you have the civil servants there, you have other people there. The head of the human resource was the one running the institution prior to the coming in of the new appointees. So I mean, people
Right.
are there. People are
Right.
there to do the job.
Well, that's true, but once he takes over, though, it's his prerogative to try to shift the administration. Because let's think about it: the people that are there, if they do something wrong, who do they go to? We'll be yelling over Amin Moda's name, also. You see what I'm saying? So what we have to do is, because he is the head now, he has to run it. So maybe this is how he's starting to run it. He's forcing the president to get somebody appointed. So I don't know that yet, but I think the best thing we can do is flag it, discuss it, get more information, and then ask the ministry what the hell is going on down there. We need to get some answers for that, for our business people, for our citizens.
Yes. Yeah. So
Thank
my
you.
thing is what becomes of the business people who are, waiting on to get their RPD to have their goods cleared. Where Moda, right? The APM terminals of the National Port Authority, they say, look, we're having some issues, so we cannot have this IPD released. So you don't have to charge these people extra charges. Is he going to do that for the business people? That's my concern.
Yeah, I agree, and this is a good concern, and this is why we're flagging it. This is what is a discussion, and I'm sure the message will go over to Mr. Modad and other people in government, or even in the streets, that hey, this is come to our attention, and we're trying to see what we can to mitigate it, so it don't become a problem for us, because we the citizens need to have access to those things, for us to be able to live. So yeah. So I think it's a good discussion. I think we leave it as that, and let's see if some of the business people can come and tell us about their challenges.
Okay.
And I think Mr. Modad will go ahead and do something about it. If not, we'll beat on him.
Okay. Thank you very much. That's the voice of Gus Koma. He's based in Chicago, Illinois. And folks, let's hear from you what is unfolding there at the executive mansion. This Fanta Koluba. Fanta Koluba is going after seditions. She's telling them not to enter the executive mansion. Even if you enter the executive mansion and you finish with your job, all right, you need to go and sit outside under the tree. Just find somewhere to sit, or you want to go home. But she doesn't want to see seditions in the corridor of the executive mansion. I mean, the guys are complaining, and according to my source, the way she talks to people, she says things to people anyhow. I don't know why would Bwaka, have this kind of woman who's going after seditions, and she forgetting to know she was once a seditions. She was once a sedition. So why is she going after seditions? They brought her back to pay back or what? So Fanta, if you're listening to us, please, look, you need to stop going after these people. What kind of job they're doing there so much that is going to take away your salary, or that is going to, hamper your job? These are cleaners. These are cleaners. They go and clean the offices and make the place intact. So why are you going after them? Why are you telling them things that they don't want to hear? Why are you doing this to them? Or because you feel that you are closer to the power that be, so you want to go after seditions? Fanta Koluba, who I'm told is a sister to Yeke Koluba. Fanta, are you listening to us this morning? Please, or this afternoon, please stop going after seditions. They are Liberians, and they have the right to work wherever they want to work. All right? So don't go after them. What happened between you and Porter, don't transfer that thing to them. You and Porter case is a different case. You left them there. They were there working up to the time President Weah got defeated in the election, and Bwaka is now the president. So Bwaka draw you closer to him now, or brought you to the mansion, so you're going after them is wrong. It's wrong. let's not support this woman attitude to seditions. Is wrong. So if you are listening, and those of you who are victimized of this woman, you need to call. Call and say it. You need to shame these people. Don't fold your hands and allow her to treat you, like.
Right, and what Liberian people forget is when they're look at the people that were in power recently, and they're gone. Look, it's not a lifetime job, but your fellow citizens are lifetime neighbors. They're lifetime friends. They're family members. It's just like, how relationship can happen. The same people today you go after. What happens if your son or your daughter start going out or dating one of their family? So you just treat them bad. How would you feel when you go down to a family function? They're the person there that you're treating bad. This is what we're not used to. You see, Liberians, I always tell people, like, even on the air, you gotta treat people the way you want to be treated. In life, that's what it is. And that those of us that was brought up back in the days, that's how it was. I'm gonna talk to you the way I want you to talk to me. Because I don't know when I'm going to need you, to your point, right? I don't know when you're going to need me. But still, it's almost like during our war. This is why a lot of people got killed. I always tell people this. As a little boy, I used to always sit and think, why they pull that person out of the line? But they pull that person out of the line because of stuff like this, Fanta. It could be 30 years down the line. You may need a job, or your son or your daughter may need a job. But that person remember you as the mother of that person and say, no, the way they treated my mom or my father, I cannot give that person a job. We got to be very careful. Government is one of the biggest employer in our country. Just because of that, this is the reason why people even need jobs. If we had a thriving private sector, most of the people would not even want to work in government, because they would want some freedom. Look at when we had the Lamcos and all of those. How many people you saw? People were in Bon Mines, Yekepa, and places like that. Living life. They did not need to be in Morovia.
So true.
So that Fanta, we will get on people like you, and trust me, we know people in this new government too. They are our brothers, our sisters, our friends, our people we went to school with, or take. Let's be honest. Because you got low power now, you need to stop misbehaving, my mom. I'll call you my mom, just in case you're old enough or older than me. But it sounds like you're not probably even older than me, my sister. Okay? So I'm asking you to please desist from it and try to treat the people fairly. These Sedicians that you call them, let's call them Liberians. Those people were the one cleaning that ground that made this ground available to you today and your government, the Liberian government, to have a seat to say that. Let's think about it. President Weah had ignored that place. The government would have been running at that foreign ministry there that was so tight that they didn't even have the space to hold any meaningful meetings. Okay? But today, you have an executive mansion that we can feel proud of.
So
that
true.
Allows us to perform and run government. Hey, President Weah, these Liberian people will miss you. Thank you.
So true. All right, so let's use the 15 minutes we have to take calls and read out your comments. We have two issues.
And when I may be on a call, so if you don't hear me, I'll probably be listening. Okay.
Okay. All right, so let's go into the lines now and speak to the issues on the table this afternoon. We are talking about the stuff going on at the executive mansion with one Fanta Koloba, who is actually going after seditions. And you also heard from a reliable source that the current Minister of Commerce and Industry, Mr. Ami Modad, has put a stop to the issuance of the IPD because the president is yet to appoint a Deputy Minister for Trade and Commerce and Assistant Minister for Trade and Commerce who are to be signatory to the IPD. So now the business people are complaining that their goods and other things are being stuck up at the port they cannot get it because there is no IPD. So let's go to the phone lines and take our very first caller. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, brother with that name.
Good afternoon.
And good afternoon to the peace officer of Lopan Nigeria. I'm James Blamak Marina on a conversation from Ghana.
50 seconds, James. Let's hear you. No time.
It's wrong for people to come in government and this is trying to see all of people to be partisans of the outgoing party or the ruling party that was just there, and that took some people and brought them to power. Because now, Uncle Baka coming to power also has brought other people to other places. So you want to tell me if next person is taking over for him, those people should come and wage on you people that are in power today. I think it's not good. It should post up to that. We are all Nigerians. This is one person. We are there. He met other people in his various services and he left them there and brought other people on board. And today we are here. So I think they should allow those people to serve. Like God is for every one of us. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's go to the phone lines and take Lady Yeke. Lady Yeke is on the line. Let me see what I can bring Lady Yeke in. Lady Yeke, just hold your line. I'm doing everything to have you connected. Just give me a few minutes. Let me have you a line connected. All right. Lady Yeke, you there? Good afternoon. Lady Yeke, good afternoon.
Okay, this is my CC. CK Lady Yeke. To say this afternoon when they're our first it's for you. It's for you. Or not, but we tell you how she need to stop. But we are trying to power. She never fought anybody. Even the people never fought anybody. People were there. Because there is a lot of people. They never fought for power.
Yeah,
but for you, she going after seditions and the march not paying enough for her father, enough for her mother. The officers for government. What she doing to sedition is not right. If other people come tomorrow, start doing it tomorrow, you say all the bush hunting. It's when you need to stop what they're doing. You get your job, go and do your job. Stop going after other people. Even the people are sweeping, are cleaning, or you want to go after it because you want a job, for a to go and take that job, it's wrong. They need to stop what they're doing. And when they start with the sedition, start to come out tomorrow, when I say they pull their arrogant people, that want to say to the father woman. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go to the overseas line and talk to this caller. Good afternoon from Liberia. Good afternoon.
Good morning to me.
Yeah, good afternoon from Liberia.
And good morning on the side to me. Thank you. Yeah, I just wanted to say something. In our country, they need to start what they're doing. No matter who win, no matter who lose, everybody are Liberian. You're not supposed to come to a job and take somebody from there because your party win. Over here, they don't do it. Whoever win the president for everybody stay to the job. Except for the big deal where the people will try to make little bit of adjustment. They need to stop. And the people that you do bad to, the people can end up saving you tomorrow.
And the kind of people, and
Ophelia,
the kind of people she going after said that just maintenance people, the people that are cleaning the executive mansion.
Just cleaning. Yeah, I don't want to all work together. Democrat, Republic, everybody work together. And I have a story. There's the lady she used to not speak to my mom. She made flower my mom. There's the also where in the hole and got drowned in the well. Who was in the yard? My mother was in the yard. My mother had to save that baby, the woman or two she. So people that you do bad to at the end of the day, you end up falling on their feet. You don't do that. Everybody Liberian. The situation are not Serenina, are not Ghanaian. They need to stop that. These are the things that are bringing a war in the country. Everybody at war. Election season, everybody get together and enjoy themselves. That's how it's supposed to be.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ophelia. Thanks for your contribution. Let's go to the local lines and take this caller. Good afternoon. I'm fine. You have to do me a favor now. Just reduce the volume of your radio. All right, go ahead. Let's hear you. 50.
I'm not about to do that working there, but I'll say my whole time with it. We all from the fact. They are working out there are working. In the end, I tell me, I will do what they are now.
You what you do? You
anybody to talk to them and we not anymore. Yeah, from the fact, and she was from the fact, and the people that from the fact, and myself from the fact. From our own to the temple going in the 1 hour this step. We will do it on my show, yeah. Then we'll go to the level of the will say that. I'll just put the cover of my show, and I'll go there before the weather or next year I'll go there. Let's go on me.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, bro. Don't go to a woman working place, you go for all. I say you go for all. You go to a woman working for you go for all, she will be you. All right, so let me talk to this person. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm fine.
What's your name and where you calling from?
My name is I call you from KSP.
Go ahead, let's hear you.
Yeah, that was what you wanted to be that thing. You're not so much for this. She didn't because maybe the church is there, or she didn't continue that she get people. She wants to employ all people there for them to be working. So she gets India laughing or who are people is finding me for to pay or penny. And then the question is everybody to look for your children. I think that you forget about penny, then they do their wedding again. I'm not them. Father, but you got to sustain them at any. When she get up where she promised for them to go to get a job, then she found all a job for them. So let she did. The other goodness will pick you up.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I think you made a salient point. Thank you very much. And I'm also told that, the appointment of the Inspector General, is not a presidential appointment. The president is not clothed with the authority to appoint an Inspector General of Commerce. I'm told the Minister Proper is the one responsible to do that. I don't know which part of the Constitution that says the president of Liberia is responsible to appoint the Inspector General of Commerce and other government lines ministries. But let's take this person. Hello? Hello? Hello, how are you?
Yeah, good morning. Yeah.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
My name is Asif Wuzin, supposed to be called Son of KOK, and I joined conversation in the morning for electoral district number 40.
Okay, you have 50 seconds. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to you and that of Uncle Cos for the conversation. So the issue of that day at the executive mansion that after our friends due to being sedition, so I'm thinking it's a push for our country because after the election we all supposed to come together and be as one. But see, going after people is the reason you see during the war, people went after people in this country and killed them unnecessarily because of grudge. So doing that to someone tomorrow, someone will go after a family member. So I think she should take notice of that and then we see it from that behavior. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me go to the comment section and read out some comments this afternoon. Let me start quickly. All right, let me go from this point to another. All right, AZ Henry is watching from Garden State, New Jersey, the USA. Rose Russell says, good morning, guys. Etta Gay is watching, says, good morning, Freedom FM. Hennessy Quina, that's Hennessy Quina is listening and watching live from the compound number 3, Grand Bassa County. And you have Giobo Kamara. It says, good morning, my Freedom family. I'm watching you live from Minnesota. Hennessy Quina again says, you're bad patient and lower your expectations. Okay. Mission impossible. Oh. B. Alberto Kane says, following from Sinker. Abednego S. Brown says, good morning, Freedom Radio. I'm watching you from Caldwell, Benson Street. Thank you for the great work. God will bless you guys. This is the only radio station I love. Achi M. Scott says, good morning, guys, and the great people of Johnson Street. It says, Johnson Street, Sonny Wayne community. I am following you from my home on Johnson Street. Thomas Manley is watching from Vocal Mission community. Joe Booker, Boaka says, great job. Rose Russell watching. Dennis Stoll says, good morning, Print News. I'm Dennis Stoll from Johnsonville. Peter Vapela. Peter Vapela says, good day, watching you from Lofa County. Lawrence F. Pico is watching from 21st Street. Sinker, Honorable Appleton Parker says, good morning, Freedom Family. I'm watching you from the Republic of India. And Paulson Holmes says, hi, family. I'm watching from King George. Dolo says, bunch of untrained military individuals occupying the military. And Samuel Kabede Zizi says, I am watching you from Police Academy, Prince M. Double. This guy is his justification is very weak. Okay, I think he was referring to the Army guy. His justification is very weak. William Hoff says, good morning. Watching you from Minnesota, USA. Prince M. Double, Joseph Blanca promised Liberians during the campaign season that every county will have a ministerial position. So your guess is totally in error. All right. And George B. Flomo says she might be sacked soon if the information is right or legit. And Munya Sharif says, good morning, print news. Do not, okay, it says, do not listen to BBC to get the news from around the world. You need to be patient and lower your expectation. Waka is baby. We fall down inside. Oh, all right. And Rose Rosa is watching from where Mahuro Chelsea Suarez says, good afternoon. Following the show from Nizo Junction. Okay. Stephen Namwe says, good afternoon. Watching you from Pipeline Community District number 3. Paul St. Holmes says, thanks for the show. Samson Dan Coley says, hi, Freedom. I'm watching you from Barnesville. If you want to know the color Liberia man gave them power. Thank you, sir. God will bless you for your hard work towards the nation. And we have another one. Amos Antume says, I'm watching you from Boulevard Duncan gas station. Kobe Namwe says, good morning, watching you from Seahawks Falls, South Dakota. Yekasin Sando says, the Liberia president say BBC is the new way of life. And Sanjeski Corsa says, I'm watching you from Belgium. Isaac Foucault says, good morning. I'm watching you from Atlanta, Georgia, USA. James Tube says, good afternoon, Freedom FM. I'm watching you from Charlotte, North Carolina. And thank you for the great work. Stephen A. Bass is saying, good afternoon, Freedom Family. I'm following you from Dakar, Senegal. All right. Morpho Zo says, I'm following you from my Expectation Management Corner in District number 10, Monserrate County. Waka is not baby. All right, so far so good. Those are all the comments we have. And folks, we take 2 calls and then we go from here. Let's talk to you. Hello? Hello? Hello, welcome to the show. Hello? You have to move away from the noise. You won't call you in the noise? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mr. Nime. How are you?
I'm fine. We don't have time, so tell us your name quickly. We have to go.
Speaking from Cinco. First of all, I just want to say sorry to my senator, Pat Joseph, and then I pray that I will see speedy results. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's talk to this overseas caller. Good afternoon from Liberia. Tell us your name, sir.
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay, Aliyu Masale, you can quickly call us back. We can take you as our last caller because of time. Let's squeeze you in quickly. Aliyu Masale, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Mr. Nimble. On the thing that woman doing, you see, you just get that kind of position, just come and sweep us, and you going after them. This is so sad. You see, so the same thing we've been telling the people when the Unity Party come, they will start to wish for people that her own she's doing. If you get issue with someone, I think that to your job you're supposed to carry. In America, we get Republican, we get Democrat. You don't carry politics to your job. Okay, you here to go after people because of your party affiliation. You don't do that. So they rather need to come down on her or else. I think she trying to lose her job. Because if you continue that, I think even Joseph Waka will be happy for you to just be going after cleaners who try to get that daily bread. You already listen to Joseph Waka telling you that the hardship in the world is a global crisis. So everybody now has to start looking for that daily bread. What she's doing, I think she had to stop it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, folks. Because of time, we're not going to take any calls. So we got to go from here. So let's see what we have. Our final comments to read, and we close up. So let's take this one from Abu M. Suarez says, good day. I'm watching you from Broadville, District number 17. Please look at the issue of the citizens of Grand Cape Mountain County, B. Martin Company, Kinjor. Mark and Ben says, watching from Yekipa. Michael M. Ma says, good afternoon, my Freedom family. I am watching you from Cinco 20th Street, the beach side behind GFK Hospital, and I am preparing to go for my Black Diamond on Saturday. J. Tito Lolin Jr. says, good morning, following you, fellow Liberians. I'm following from Barnesville Estate. And lastly, this one from Fort Junior Abel. It says, I am watching you from ELWA Junction, Cement Hill Community. Folks, that's all the time we've got to be with you on this edition of the program from the Print News. And so the lady again, I don't know, Fanta Koluba, if this information that we've got about your attitude towards the folks there at the executive mansion, you need to desist. When you are given a piece of job to do, you do it to the best of your ability. Do it that people will see, and then they will commend you for the level of work you do. Don't go after people because you and somebody had issues in the past, and you want to transfer that aggression on the people who had nothing to do with what you and the other person had to do. So stop going after these people. They have a right to work. They are not, what kind of work they do? Not even people work. These are just mere cleaners, as we call them. Maintenance people to clean the building. And then you talk to them anyhow. Like one of the callers said, and I want to believe what that caller said, she's doing everything to have these people frustrated so that they can just leave the job. Then she bring her own people in. Because she told the people that you'll leave from here, you'll go home. That's what she told them. You'll go. You'll leave from here. We don't need you here. Only Unity Party people she's allowing to be in the building. When you are from CDC, that's trouble for you. That's serious trouble for you. When the woman here say you're sedition, in fact, all the people they met there, her belief is they are all seditions. So they shouldn't work in the mansion. That cleaner work they're doing, they should forget it and go home and sit down. That's how she's treating the people. So please, we are begging you to stop what you are doing. It's not easy to get a job in the country. Unity Party people say they're not going to hire. So the little people they already have, they're going to manage with them. Like they said, we should manage our expectation. So you have to manage your expectation too. You are at the mansion. Stop, threatening these people. The job they're doing is not a white collar job. It's not any kind of job that would take away your salary. So stop going after people. Stop wish hunting them. You want to bring your family members in, create avenue for them to come in. All right? Don't do it to the detriment of other people because you want to bring your family people in. So you're going after people. It's wrong. We shouldn't treat the country like that. This country is for all of us Liberians. Nobody should think he or she is more Liberian than the other. So please, if you are doing it, you need to stop now. Our folks will be here tomorrow on the throwback edition of the program from the Print News. Until then, do have a pleasant Thursday. And on the 13th of this month is going to be the birthday of a friend and sister, Louis and Queen. This is from your friend, Jesse Baby. Jesse Baby is wishing you a happy pre-birthday, Louis Queen, as you get set to celebrate your birthday on the 13th of this month. Happy pre-birthday to you.